Okay, welcome to another video about reviewing websites. This one is just this one is just a random this one is just a random pick from the internet that we another found probably on Google Maps, and yeah, the reviews were really good, and honestly, the website isn't bad too. Isn't bad too, but it doesn't mean that there aren't flaws, design flaws that can lead to a lot of clients just clicking away from the website. And like the first thing I see here is why is it on the footer? Like that's like the main thing people should see and should be like, there's just a book free conference. That button just look kind of broken, but it doesn't. It isn't really bad, but I would say it should be consistent. The font, book a free conference. I know. It's a design choice. This one, not my liking, but isn't bad too. Uh, just these random images. That's the main problem I would say here, because the text here is just part of the image, or I'm not sure. They just made it not selectable, and that's even worse because it's not really readable. The images are so like colorful that you will never like read this. Like client, when they enter this website, they won't read the messages here. Your first consultation is free. There's definitely something I would put there to be visible, but I guarantee you no customer will wait here until it switch after I don't know how long, like 15 seconds, to here, and they will never know that your first consultation is free, which is a key message, I would say. Yeah, and the other message as well. It's just not readable. It needs to be bolder. It needs to be bigger, and it needs to be like, I don't know, in the some kind of box that has a different color, or on the side where the image will be here or something. Just it's just not generally. It's just not a good idea to put text over images, because uh, either way you will make the you will make the image you will make the image very bright, so the image won't be visible but the text will be readable, or you will make it like looking good, the image, but the text just disappears there. Okay, so that's the first thing, and I think this is the most important thing too, because it's the first thing your customers see, and this is not what they should see. Okay, and I would say this is all right. I would probably made it uh, larger, the text. That's just my personal opinion and design. This looks actually really great. This section is fine, I would say. The image, the button should have some kind of effect or something to indicate, like except the pointer, except the pointer uh, cursor. They should actually they should actually do something like, I don't know, change color or get bigger, something so the client know where to click. The same thing this, it should be underlined, because study shows that if it's not underlined, just common customer won't ever like think that it's actually an link to somewhere if it's not underlined in as a text. Okay, so just a color isn't enough in this situation. And this is definitely very bad developed, because it should never move. It lowers your Google page score when it moves. It's called commuted. It's called layout shift. A layout shift is always bad, you know. And to fix this is actually really simple, but just the developers weren't paying much attention to it, I would say. Mm, yeah, and all right, landing page isn't that bad, but this is the most important thing, and it's not particularly well managed. So let's just take a look at other random pages. Um, yeah, again, this text, it's better here because like it's more optimized for the. I'm not fan of it, but it doesn't look bad, particularly. I see the team is actually really big and probably uh, really experienced. So just a pity that they have these mistakes on their website. Mm, let's just take a look at their services and why there is like the image with just random resolution. I don't know even what it is. I know what setting is wrong there. I know exactly what settings your developer set wrong, but he never like fix it, so it just looked random. So yeah, that's about this is just really simple, but I think there is no need to. This is probably like yeah, simple terms that doesn't need to be styled that much, of course. Mm, and okay, so this is the general looking header for services. It doesn't look bad, but you know, text over image. Even though here it looks fine. Here it doesn't look that bad. I have to admit that. No, excuse me, I'm a bit ill. And yeah, okay, let's take a look. I don't know why there isn't like showing the cursor pointer because now I don't know if I can look if I can click on it or not. I try, I can't. Okay, so that means it doesn't even exist. So why it is here? I'm not sure. I can click on this one, and where will this bring me? Okay, it this have its own separate page, and the other one probably doesn't have. All right, all right, okay. Hmm. I would say probably all these, if you have to have it here, needs to have its separate page, not just because of the information you just can put there, like the most general info you can find, but for the SEO, from the SEO perspective, it's actually really good to have each service as its own separate site because now then Google will like know how the web is structured and will put all the services you want there in the search results. Okay, and that makes a lot of more conversion, and it also looks more professional on the Google web pages. So that's definitely one thing to consider, to add every single service as a page, even though the text will be here like they're like the most common thing you can find. You can even generate but by AI, doesn't even matter. It just has to be there, and probably some like link to contact us would be great too, because a lot of people will access it via just directly clicking on the service from the Google Search Console. And let's say uh, that's probably that's probably all I will say about this page, because this is just like not something extra. It's really common design. Nothing extra bad about this. Just not catchy. Just not as modern as it could be. But it works. It doesn't look outdated, and that's the most important thing, right? Yeah. Okay. I would definitely make all these posts the same height. The same height because uh I don't know. This just looked like a job from developer who was lazy, because this has like literally a standard developer procedure how to implement like uh, the post or looking the same height, because you have to sacrifice few things. You can't have like super long headings there. It always be limited, but you don't have to like um, it doesn't really happen that much that the heading is that long that it wouldn't fit into the box. And I don't know if this is a good design. It just looks like it's loading, very confusing for the client. And uh, yeah, yep, that will be all about this web page. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. And let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this.